right. From scary foes to the customer who knows.
Hello and welcome to another episode
of Need Not Apply.
I'm Gina.
And I'm Gary.
We're really getting this thing off the ground today. I'm using my dad joke again. We tried this already before.
Yes, we are. I got a haircut.
I gave him a haircut.
Yep.
A little off the top.
Best stylist in the business.
And I am not licensed. Don't come to me for a haircut.
Licensed to love.
Sometimes.
So what are you looking at? You're jumping right into stories?
I'm really not. I just am looking at my phone because I have a nervous
You're ready
habit.
to deliver something.
I suppose.
Deliver us from hell.
Deliver us from Eva. Isn't that a movie?
I don't know, is it?
I think so. So what's new with you?
What's new? Nothing. It's Sunday night. Getting mentally prepared for work tomorrow. So that's always fun.
Not I. I'm off tomorrow.
I was looking to see if there's any chance I could be hit by a meteor before I go into work. No, I was actually interested to see what is the likelihood of being hit by a meteor. And
probably very slim.
Anyone has ever been hit by a meteor. Apparently,
people definitely have.
Apparently, death by meteor, the chances are 1 in 700,000.
That's actually higher than I thought.
Yeah, I feel like it's less likely to win the lottery by far than to be hit by a meteor.
Well, I really love those odds for us.
But the thing is, I looked up to see, do we have records of anyone being killed by a meteor? And there was one person, they think, based off of documents they found. It was from 1888 in what is now known as Iraq. Someone got hit by a meteor and died.
Yikes.
It was like a meteor shower. It was like the records show that it was multiple balls of light falling to Earth.
Wow.
One guy got seriously maimed, and he was apparently. Why do you look like that?
Because that's horrible.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I'm not thrilled that the man died from meteor.
These were
attack,
This was long ago. I mean, the records are kind of sparse. It's not like records we have now, but this is the only known case of someone being killed by a meteor. So
let's hope that stays that way.
But meteors coming through the atmosphere and hitting Earth is also rare in itself. So that's why being hit by one of them is higher.
Well, and these days, don't we have actually, never mind. We don't have anyone monitoring it anymore.
Monitoring what? Oh.
Well, we defunded that department, probably.
There are people monitoring.
Yeah, but they're not being paid for it.
But, I mean, if it's coming from the side of the sun, they're not going to see it until it's too late.
Too late, yeah.
It's big enough to wipe us out. So just live every day as
dumb
it's
ways
your
to
last.
die, as TikTok says.
Is it a dumb way to die?
I mean, it's an insane way to die.
I feel like it would be quick, right?
I hope so. I mean, at that velocity, I would think it's pretty quick.
Unless it just hits your leg.
No, the shock. I don't know. I feel like it still might do a lot of damage.
Also, it'd probably be hot, right?
Yeah, hot, and even if it just hit your leg at that force, it probably I don't know. It would probably still crush your whole body.
Maybe it'd cauterize your wound right after it makes it.
If there was anything left to cauterize. Anyway, let's move on. So we were both looking at this story. Apparently there are these zombie rabbits in Colorado. So they have these tumor-like growths that grow on them that kind of look like horns, like a jackalope would have. Not always. They kind of grow in different areas. And it's caused by Shope papillomavirus, which is spread by insect bites, which I guess is also related to the human papillomavirus. So they are using that to help study HPV in humans. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I had some questions for ChatGPT as I was going through this because I'm like, well, I want to know, obviously, looking through the article, but I want to know, does this hurt the animal?
Mm-hmm.
And they say that it does. It's pretty irritating. It can block their eating and their vision. So it kind of sucks for them.
I looked up pictures mistakenly, and I've seen some growing through the rabbit's eyes and stuff. It looks kind of reminds me of The Last of Us.
Yeah, like
the way it looks.
The mushroom. What do they call that thing? The type of mushrooms.
Cordyceps. Cordyceps. You were thinking of the name of the big one that runs after you.
I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking of cordyceps.
Cordyceps.
Okay, so it can be cured. 35% of them are cured within 6 months. Domestic rabbits may worsen and need surgery. It's visually shocking, but it's a reminder of how resilient and strange nature can be.
Yeah. Based off the pictures I've seen, it's crazy how these things are still alive.
Yeah.
Going around and
literally looks like a mushroom forest on their head, but little brown beast head.
Yeah. But I was reading it does go away, like you said.
Yeah.
So that's
I have to know. I'm like, is this something they can be cured of, or does it kill them? Because that's sad. I don't want these wild rabbits to die.
Well, that's like. So I wonder if this was how long this has been about, because maybe that jackalope myth came from this. Someone saw
I
like,
feel like that could be possible, but I thought jackalopes are like known to be a real thing.
no, they're not real.
Really?
They're
I
mythical.
don't think you're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Let's see.
Jackalopes?
No, it's real. You're right. Mythical. But the
If
pictures are convincing.
if if they were rabbits with real antlers, I'd go on a road trip to find these things.
But I feel like there aren't there like little animals that have like little antlers like that?
Yeah, those are like little deer, like tiny little deer.
Yeah, I mean, well, duh. I don't mean that, but whatever.
The littlest deer.
So cute if they were real.
It might be real if this grows out of their head. Yeah,
Poor
now you're finding
guy.
pictures of.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
The
look at those
ailment.
anymore. Poor guy.
I wonder. I guess jackalopes are kind of like when sailors used to think mermaids or were
Manatees.
manatees were mermaids,
I mean, we don't know. There could be mermaids out there.
sirens.
You know how vast the ocean is. You
I
can't say
know.
that it's not a possibility.
I'm not. I know nothing is impossible.
And honestly, sea cows are pretty cool. So
Yeah, but you have to wonder how much were these sailors drinking to think these were like beautiful mermaids
what a
coming out.
what a beautiful woman under the ocean. Oh
What
boy.
happens when you
And they fart a lot.
when you
She's
drink
producing a
tainted-
lot of bubbles.
what happens when you spend years on the ocean without just men
Yeah, you get
with
a little
ale and
crazy.
yeah.
You got any other stories to share? I got some, but I'm gonna wait until you read another
we
one.
can get into the AI
Yes, we can.
parts. Apparently the new GBT-5 is supposed to be much nicer. It's supposed to ask when you ask a question, it's supposed to say, "Good question, great start."
Okay, so like I will speak on this. I was saying before, I don't think it's nicer, meaning I don't think it's better. We actually started paying for ChatGPT recently because I use it a lot for like various business things to bounce ideas, to try to do research in like a non-traditional way, I suppose. And while I guess its responses are nice, it has been less effective, I would say.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of dead ends of it not giving me what exactly I'm asking for, even though I'm very specific about what I want. And I'm like, maybe me being too specific is too difficult, but I thought that that was probably the best way to troubleshoot the answers I was getting, but I guess not.
Yeah, it's useful though when you paste the picture into AI and you're like, "What is this?" or "How does this look?" Like I've been doing it with some charts, like for investments, and it'll tell you patterns and whatnot. And it
Yeah.
checks out because I've, done my research to make sure it's what it's telling me is accurate. But I've also posted like Pokemon cards to give me like a range of value it could be, and it works. Works pretty well.
Yeah, and I mean, I told you, when I was consolidating stuff for my kit, I had this huge eyeshadow palette that had like 150 colors in it. God knows I don't need 150 colors to do bridal clients. So I had it help me pare down, pick out the shades that were the most necessary and the ones that were completely redundant. And it helped me really get it down to one palette instead of carrying 2 or 3 palettes for eyeshadow and blush.
And it's pretty useful.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that helped me a lot. And it also is helping me curate the rest of my kit. Like I'm coming due for replacing foundations for my kit. And I'm like, I can't afford to buy 40 foundations, but I want to be able to service every shade of person. So what shades do I need to get in order for that to be something I can achieve while adding mixers or mixing different shades, which I do anyway, because that's just how I am. It's never going to be one foundation when it's me.
Nice. Yeah, well,
So-
I know. You have a collection, but that's part of your
well, no,
your
I mean,
job.
I like to mix colors.
Well, I'm
Even
just
when it's
saying
flushes,
that's-
I put 2 different colors together and I kind of make a custom color.
Well, that's your primary job, so of course, you should be using it for this stuff, which is good. It's aiding you, it's helping you, it's making you more
Well,
efficient.
Exactly.
So it's a good thing. There's other thing. Do you use the Google summary when you Google search?
Sometimes, yeah.
So
Well, I told you the other day when I was I injured myself and I was asking about this medication that I had purchased that was supposed to help with pain. I guess it's like a topical anti-inflammatory. And the instructions tell you you're not supposed to use it above the heart because I guess it could cause blood to flow to that area, or you can overdose if you use too much of it. Like, and it's a blood thinner essentially, right?
something like
yeah,
that.
something like that. It can cause like I guess, possible injury. So we were a little hesitant, and like ChatGPT was telling me it's fine as long as you do like the recommended dose. And Gary was telling me no.
No,
It's not fine.
because I did the Google summary and Reddit searches, and a lot of it has to do with they haven't done many studies of using that ointment above your heart,
Yeah.
and it could lead to complications, could lead to blood clots or whatnot. but
and we don't want to
it
play
doesn't
around
mean
with
it's
that.
it's going to. I've read a lot of
But is it
posts
worth
and
the
stuff
risk?
saying that they've done it for years and it hasn't done anything. But yeah, is it worth the risk? Who
Yeah, I
knows?
wasn't trying to go to the hospital. That's what I was trying to avoid by using this medicine. So
At least we know we have it,
yeah,
just in
we
case.
have it. It's probably expired now, so who knows if it's even effective.
Speaking of the summaries, I wanted to lead into this. It's not always a good thing because I use the summaries a lot where I get the summary for an article or something, not for these usually, but something I'm looking for. I'll just read the summary, look at the citations, but don't actually
The
click
cliff
it.
notes.
But this is having serious harm on like the publishing world for like news articles and whatnot because
People are engaging with their platforms.
new data shows major drops in referral traffic from Google refers people to websites.
Mm-hmm.
Some sites are down 25%.
I mean, usually with ChatGPT, I'll ask for the source because I want to look through the actual article and I want to have it as a reference anyway, even if I'm having them help me summarize.
Mm-hmm.
Because, at the end of a long day, I don't always have the brain capacity, which
Yeah.
is probably a excuse and it's probably a little bit lazy, but
Yeah, but you're not the only one. Like Google Gemini does give you the sources. It'll cite it all the way at the end, and I've noticed it. I rarely click
you
it
don't click the
unless I'm
links.
not unless I think there's something missing or I need more information. I'll click the links, but rarely I do. And apparently, we're not the only ones.
Well, I sometimes want to see where it's coming from. Is it a reputable website? Sometimes it's a website with a paywall and I can't read it anyway.
Yeah. Well, there's ways around it. Just FYI, you can use the Wayback Machine, which is an internet archive, or there's a way to edit the
URL.
not the URL. Well, that's for TikTok. I have to edit the URL. But you can inspect the page and it gives you the source code for like the page and you can find the segment in that code. Just hover over it and it highlights the part of the page you're hovering over and you can just delete that thing that pops up, the paywall,
Okay.
and you could see behind it. I use it for work a lot.
You have to teach me
Yeah.
because I get very annoyed when I have an article I want to read and they're like, you can't read this.
Yeah, I hate that.
Rude.
But
I'm not paying $9.99 a month to read one effing article.
I'm not sure this is Gemini's fault for doing this. I think they're just trying to keep up with ChatGPT because they're still the number one search, I think, overall.
Gemini?
No, Google. But they're
Isn't Google Gemini?
Yes, but
Yeah.
Gemini is part of it. It's the AI that is now with the search. They have to compete with ChatGPT because they're losing traffic to ChatGPT for searching now and
Yeah,
TikTok.
for sure.
Does TikTok have AI?
Probably.
Probably. Everything does.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's thanks for publishers.
Also,
but
TikTok, check your sources. Don't just use it as
Yeah.
your search engine.
no, please don't.
Because literally anyone can post a video about anything on there, and you all know that.
Yeah. I wonder what the answer for publishers is. Like, how do you cordon off
I
your?
mean, it's hard enough because it's not like they have print anymore. Or not many places print anymore because it's a dying art.
Yeah.
So
I noticed a lot of websites that I go to are turning to paywalls now. I guess to supplement what they're
desperate.
losing.
yeah, they have to pay a staff somehow.
I wonder if Google gets around that paywall. I guess they do, right? Because
Well, it seems like ChatGPT can because, like I said, I'll click on a link for an article it gave me, and I couldn't actually get to the article, but
Mhm.
they could get to the
Yeah.
article.
So I mean, how do you combat it? Like I noticed CNN has subscriber only news now. You have to pay to see it, which sucks, but I get it. But yeah, I like MSN. Like a lot of websites are paywalled, but you
Yeah.
could type MSN in the search, and MSN will have it for free. Which
Okay,
is, I think Microsoft pays for that to do that.
that makes sense.
But I use that a lot as well.
I'm gonna start using that too.
Yeah.
So, have you ever heard of Selena Gomez's brand Rare Beauty?
I think through you, yeah.
Yeah. She recently launched a fragrance, and there are these billboards that they're putting around in New York City, in Soho and the High Line,
Mm-hmm.
and they are scratch and sniff.
Scratch and sniff.
Scratch and sniff.
So you go up to the billboard and you scratch it?
Yeah. In New York, no less. So I guess the scent is a vanilla forward gourmand scent with caramel, pistachio, cocoa bean, and sandalwood notes, which smells really nice from what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
A vanilla, very vanilla forward, and it releases the scent when scratched. So it's their first fine fragrance, and it's not reused from any past products. Because I had asked if maybe it was something they had featured in their body lotion or something that people were asking for this fragrance.
Right.
So definitely loving the creativity, but would you scratch a billboard in New York City?
Yeah, I'd love to mix that with the smell of the city. It sounds
Right?
amazing.
Like and in summer specifically,
Yeah.
the city smells it's another level. So yeah, maybe it'll dull it down a little. I think it would probably make me a little nauseous, but I would not. Maybe I would scratch something up against it. I would not be using my fingernails to scratch anything in New
No.
York. That's filthy, probably been pissed on. Who knows?
Wait, is this the first scratch and sniff billboard? I've never heard of
I
this
have
before.
never heard of it either. But, in the mall I work at, I've seen pop-ups where like the company I work for, it has done little blotter cards that will come out pre-sprayed. Or Tom Ford had one where you put your hand into like this thing and it sprays your wrist. So like I feel like there's better ways to do this.
I think so
Obviously
too.
more expensive, and people would probably try to steal the components because it's New York City. But yeah, I'm not scratching anything out in public.
You know
not
what?
even myself.
I feel like this is more for the marketing of having a scratch and sniff billboard
Well, and
rather
it's
than.
nostalgic. They definitely know their audience.
Mhm.
Like you're catering to millennials. We
I
love
was
that
gonna
shit.
say,
That
I used
reminds
to love
us.
those stickers.
The Mr. Sketch markers,
Those
the
too.
scratch and sniff stickers, the literally when I couldn't afford a fragrance and I had a Cosmopolitan magazine, you rip it out and you wipe it on your arm
Yep.
and that's
So-
your scent for the day.
So people are just gonna be,
Ooh,
rubbing
let me
up
rub
against
on
the
this.
billboard before they go to work. Maybe.
Hey, make
But-
it a little DNA with that.
I really wonder what the manufacturing of this looks like to make it last.
I mean, they probably have to maybe replace it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is very curious. I would be curious to see it in person. Maybe like right when it was freshly displayed, not like a couple weeks later.
I guess the friction makes it react to the chemicals and then it gives off the scent.
I
Is
mean,
what
I don't-
scratch and sniff stickers do. Because
Yeah,
they
I
do
don't know.
last for a
The
while.
technology probably has changed in scratch and sniff since when we were kids.
Mhm.
Sorry, I just fumbled my words
It's
a little.
fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I am intrigued, but not intrigued enough to go into New York City.
No. If it's successful, then we'll see more, I guess.
I mean, I've heard people talking about the fragrance and really liking the fragrance. And, she's Selena Gomez. She's already got a great marketing team
Yep.
and a reputation for good products. So,
And she's a billionaire.
yeah, good for her. What else? Anything from you?
Well, I was reading, we went through this before months ago about UnitedHealth. Their hack that they had, it was 190 million people were hacked through this. The
United
biggest hack.
Healthcare?
Confirmed the largest in history now. Yeah,
So that's
United
medical
Healthcare.
records too.
Yep.
That's bad.
And that's 1 in 2 people in the U.S. got hacked. So they're finding out more information. Apparently, they got use of, through this congressional hearing that went through, the hackers got login credentials for the employees, and they did not have multi-factor authentication turned on. So it was just easy to walk in there. So this is just a reminder to use 2FA, two-factor authentication, when you can.
Definitely.
Ridiculous.
Insane. I mean, on that note, I guess we can talk about my healthcare struggles.
Yeah, if you
So,
want.
I mean, a little bit I'll touch on. So, I guess my insurance company is owned by CVS Caremark. So now there's a monopoly on certain medications that they're not providing anymore. They kind of pulled the rug out from under me, and I'm sure millions of other customers. When I was signing up for insurance, I was checking my prescriptions that I used. I asked to make sure that the company that I was using was a preferred brand based on their website and their information. And then come time for my policy to come in effect, and it's no longer a preferred brand. And then they're pushing a different medication on me that is much more expensive. So now I'm out of luck. So I have a lot of opinions. I'm not going to go too in depth on this here, but Aetna, CVS Caremark, you can go f yourselves.
I just can't believe they allowed a pharmacy to buy
It
a
shouldn't be
healthcare
allowed.
company.
It seems very unethical and illogical, and it should be clearly communicated with their clients and customers. I don't know if client's the right word, with their customers, because I'm very much the opposite of what I was told. And it shouldn't be able to change after you sign up for terms. That's just wrong.
I agree. It's like a bait and switch.
It is.
And you know
And
what?
I never would have used them as my insurance company if I knew that was going to be the case.
Yeah, it would
I
be,
did all my due diligence and it didn't matter.
Yeah, and you had run-ins with people trying to represent you who gave you nothing. They just
Nothing.
wasted your time.
Everyone, I mean, nobody does their job, I guess. Just me.
Just us and everyone listening
And I
to
do their
this
job for them.
podcast.
Obviously, you guys are hard workers.
Yeah, too hard. You deserve more money.
That's why you're here, to unwind with us.
Now the trifecta for them is if they bought a pharmaceutical company that makes.
I mean,
the
they
drugs.
probably will. That's
So
probably going to be the next
they would
step.
have the company that makes the drugs plus the pharmacy and the healthcare company.
It just feels, I mean,
It would just be like a
very much
circle jerk.
monopoly. Yeah.
Sorry, I got something in my throat.
You
Spit.
okay over
It was
there?
just
You want a
spit.
little water?
I'm good. I got it down.
Yeah. So not thrilled about that.
Yeah, that's just stupid. That's
Bullshit.
just dumb.
Bullshit capitalist nightmare.
Welcome.
You have any other articles?
I have one more. I thought this was interesting. I think this is from Popular Science, this one. So hunters have been finding wild boar and their flesh has been blue.
Flesh?
Yep.
Not their hair.
No.
Oh my God.
Like if you cut them open, it's all blue.
Oh
like,
my God.
Not just like, raw meat blue. This is bright blue.
I've never seen blue
So
raw meat.
this is happening in Monterey. Well, if you undercook steak and if it's blue, it's too raw.
Like it's like, yeah.
Yeah. So this
Still
is
mooing.
happening in California, Monterey County, California.
Very wealthy area.
So it's bright blue flesh.
Oh my God.
And it's from ingestion of anticoagulant rodenticide.
Oh.
So
Okay.
it's farmers trying to kill
Rodents who are eating their crops
Yeah,
and stuff.
other animals are eating this,
But it doesn't seem to kill them, or it does?
it could make them susceptible to having a cut and bleeding out and stuff
Oh,
like
wow.
that.
That's sad.
So they're telling people not to eat any meat in this region because they don't know how widespread this issue is.
Yeah, and if it's affecting them, it could also be affecting other livestock.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw wild boars when we were in Costa Rica, and like I could see their fur gets a little dank and maybe could grow mold and maybe turn green or something like that. But that's what I was assuming you
And
were
they
going. Like
stunk.
maybe mold is growing. Yeah, they smelled like
They're
shit.
really stinky.
I mean, isn't that like a defense mechanism for them? They essentially are marked. They're the territory that's marked.
Yeah, I guess. I wouldn't want to go near them, so it works out.
I mean, we were near them, but
well, not near them.
they scared me a little. But
Yeah,
they're
they had a little
pretty cool.
piglet with
There was
them.
a lot. There was a bunch of babies, I think.
Yeah, so that's why we didn't want to go close. To be
No, we didn't want
named.
them to be like defending their, because I'm sure they could be pretty ruthless.
Yeah,
And wild boars in Florida, I think, are like that too. Like they're pretty nasty.
yeah. A lot of the boars are nasty. Very intelligent, but aggressive.
I mean, they're protecting their family. Can you
yeah.
blame them?
So, I mean, this is
Humans are not to be trusted.
Well, we're dangerous too, aren't we?
We are. Not
I've
me specifically.
see so many stories of runoff or whatnot from farms or similar things like this where it contributes to a negative effect on ecosystems. Like the red algae blooms in Florida
Yeah.
are
Horrible.
not wholly, but mostly attributed to runoff from fertilizer from farms.
I don't think I
So,
completely realized that until recently.
is anything going to be done? Or, because they give us food, they could do whatever they want.
Well, don't they not like?
I'm
Don't they
not,
get certain government?
well, they get subsidized, and,
Yeah.
it's a very hard
Then there
job.
should be strict rules
Because
to what they.
Mother Nature could wipe out your livelihood in a night.
Well,
So
not
I
Mother
get
Nature
it.
or human interference.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of factors that can kind of screw you.
But it's like, what are the checks for this? This is just going to continue to happen because
Well,
they made
I think specifically because the government subsidizes them, there should be some more strenuous. I mean, not from our government,
I
but
think so, but we need food. We need these people.
yeah. But if there's no safety, then you're killing your consumers.
I guess it's the balance they're trying to do because they want to, the farmers and ranchers don't want wolves. We've discussed this before in the Midwest, but there's wolves are healthy for the ecosystem. So
Keeps it in
what's the
check.
balance here? I don't know.
I don't know.
No balance, I guess.
Okay. I don't have an easy segue. So I was looking up how changing your posture can be anti-aging as I straighten my back.
How'd you say
So
that?
this
Oh, wait,
is-
I'm too high.
This has been
I
like
can't
featured
straighten.
featured on TikTok a lot, but a lot of wellness influencers tout good posture as an alternative to a facelift. The benefits: reducing your neck wrinkles, your double chin, your jawline, and sagging.
But I have no wrinkles.
Lucky. So the tools and trends have posture trainers, stretch out routines, and as many people probably know, the Kardashian brand Skims has now a face wrap.
Wait, that was Kardashian Skims?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
Well, and it I've seen things like this, but I guess they came out with their version of it. Something that goes around here and goes around the ears and like tightens the jaw.
Interesting.
Very strange.
I always wondered if those things, they're the harness things that you put around your,
Bra.
no, not a bra, around your abdomen, not
Girdle?
abdomen. Is it a girdle? It's supposed to help with your posture.
Yeah, that's a girdle.
It's a girdle?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I think that's what a girdle is.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure.
I think it's just like they call it a posture corrector.
I mean, you can look it up. 'cause
It
I'm in
looks
the
like
middle of my
a sports
story.
bra. No, I was just commenting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what a girdle is.
Okay.
So they're saying that this is a cheaper, non-invasive way for you to give yourself that facelift look without actually having a facelift. It can easily fix chin tucks, shoulder blade. Oh, so the easy fix there. I wanted to look up some exercises you could do that could help also improve the posture. So chin tucks, which I don't know the exact way to do, but maybe I'll link it, and shoulder blade squeezes, which I think I do know how to do. So those things are supposed to help dramatically with your posture. There's obviously lots of other things that you can do to improve your posture. Maybe try to balance a book on your head
While you work.
while you carry around trays for men. I don't
Well,
know.
well,
It's very old school.
it's like the chair yoga that my job kind of recommends.
Chair yoga?
Yeah, it's like a yoga class, but you learn how to do it in your chair, so you don't so you don't
I'm
get
doing
up.
it right now.
It's better for posture and stuff. I guess it's beneficial.
I have to remind myself to like not slouch because it's so easy, especially when you're holding your phone. You're like down all the time. But
Anyways,
so this week's stories.
wait, can I ask you a question? Can I just ask you one
I
question?
guess.
So the fastest growing sport in America is
Pickleball.
yes.
Am I
Why?
right?
Yeah. Why?
I don't know.
It looks fun for
Isn't it like a combo of tennis and something else?
It is. It's like tennis and I don't know. It looks
Badminton.
like a child's version of tennis. Is it? Why is it?
Tennis, but with ping pong paddles. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and like a wiffle ball.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looks like fun. It looks like fun. It looks like something that kids would play in a gym class. I'm just wondering, why are adults playing this game?
Maybe it's a little bit less intense
Intensive?
as tennis. I
So
don't know.
it's the lazy version
I've never
of
played it.
tennis?
I don't know if it's lazy.
It's
Says
just
the
no.
people sitting in chairs.
Well, yeah, but I just wonder because everyone's talking about it and they're so gung ho about playing pickleball.
Pickleball's viral.
Yeah, it is. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't know much about
get
it.
it.
I've never played it. I might not ever.
Let us know why it's so fun for you out there.
Yeah, we want to know.
Yeah.
Do you want us to come join your league? We might be good at it. I got a bad shoulder, but I'll
Hey,
try.
I'm really good at ping pong.
He's good at ping pong. He's good at volleyball. He's good at video games.
Tennis.
What
I
can't
haven't
he
really
do?
played tennis. I'm great at Wii tennis.
Tried tennis, haven't we?
I don't think so.
We should.
Yeah, we should.
Well, my shoulders are better. Okay, so this week
Wait, I have something to
Oh my
say.
God, Gary. You're killing me here. Okay, you can segue now. I
No.
don't want to do it for the fourth time.
No, I'm done.
Okay, guys. So this week's stories come from the skies or from the airport. With all going on these days, we've seen a lot of articles about airlines and Boeings and problems, and we thought it might be interesting to tap in. Summer vacation season's kind of coming to a close. Hopefully,
Mhm.
y'all have been on a plane and aren't going anytime soon. So
Yeah.
these don't scare you.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of stories lately, like engines going out.
Especially in Newark.
A lot of engines going out, a lot of delays, a lot of like close calls.
Yeah, scary.
And not just the passengers going crazy, because that's just the norm now.
Yeah, that is the norm.
Like people just don't care anymore. I don't get it.
Nope.
Like if you're on a plane with other people, I
feel like
try to be on my best behavior.
100%. I keep to myself. I'm honestly, when I'm sitting, I'm like this. I don't want to touch anybody. I don't want to be in anyone's way. I never want to get in the flight attendant's face or even say the wrong thing,
Yeah. And I always have someone in back of me who puts their foot on the back of my chair and pushes like
Guys,
when I'm trying to
that is
relax.
terrible plane etiquette.
Always.
You deserve
every
to be
time
banned.
I get on.
Yeah, I know. I mean, sometimes there's kids that like try to touch you because their parents aren't
Yeah,
watching
that too.
them.
Or
Hate that shit.
someone coughs and it goes through like the center of both of us and you can feel it on the back of your arm. It's like cover your
Gross.
damn mouth, fool.
Like just be a good person. Be a good human.
Yeah. This is a
Learn
library.
how to human.
Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth. Okay.
We all
so-
just want to get to our destination. You sharp.
and with no complications. No, this mother is not real. None of
Yeah.
that.
Well, I mean, I wish I saw that in person.
That would have been pretty entertaining as long as no one was being violent towards me.
Yeah, I guess as long as I knew I was safe,
Yeah.
then have at it.
I don't think we've seen anything too crazy. I think once Bobby Flay was on my flight, and once Cory Booker was on our
Cory
flight.
Booker.
That was
Wasn't it like a red eye? No, it was a really late
our
flight.
flight was delayed coming back from somewhere.
Was
I
it
think we were
Costa
late
Rica?
over in Texas. No, I think it was Puerto Rico. Coming back from Puerto Rico, we had a layover in Texas somehow.
We go so many places, it's hard to keep
we've
track.
been like 4 places. Okay, so we want to get into the first story?
Yeah, we're ready. I'm ready.
I'm going to let you.
Okay, so this comes from r/Ask Reddit. Flight attendants, what are some of your craziest stories?
Buckle up and become familiar with your exit rows.
Yep, keep your trays back in the upright position. Your seats back in the...
We clearly don't fly
don't
often.
keep your seats back. Keep your seats in the upright...
Don't kick the person in front of you either.
Some of the flight attendants are pretty
Entertaining.
entertaining.
You had one that was really nice to you and gave you a lot of wasabi peanuts.
Yeah. He kept pulling them out, and then he got like a really long one. He was like, "Ooh, you got a big one."
Hey, someone was flirting.
I think I was flying alone. I was
Yeah,
coming to
you
see
were.
you, or I was coming back to see you, from seeing you. English.
English, not his first language.
Okay. We're flying from DFW to HNL, Dallas to Honolulu. We were about 30 minutes past the point of no return, and the captain informs us, flight attendants, that he had to shut one engine down because it was overheating.
My God, that's scary.
We had about 2.5 hours until we could reach any kind of land. We had a new hire, 2 months, working the flight and got very emotional and started saying things like, "I don't want to die," in a panicked voice, just like I did.
Oh boy.
We had to shush her so passengers wouldn't start to freak out. As time progressed, I tried to ignore the fact that the other engine could crap out, or we could just have a bird strike, or any number of things could go wrong. I started casually going through the cabin and rechecking all the emergency equipment on board. To calm the new hire down, I took her through with me to try and remind her of her training. Just as she started to calm down, I noticed a strange noise coming from the functioning engine. It was a sound it makes when we were changing speeds around the time we were about to land. We were still 1 hour and 40 minutes out, though. The captain gives us another call, and my heart just sank. Just as he called, a passenger gets up out of his seat and collapses right in the aisle. His shirt got caught on the armrest and ripped his shirt wide open. His wife screams. There are 4 flight attendants on this flight, so someone else answered the call from the captain, and I had to deal with this. In my mind, I'm thinking, how am I going to secure this guy for going down?
He might be on his own.
Yeah, should I just leave him there and answer the phone? Answer the phone.
We know that you're home.
I need to know what the captain is saying. Meanwhile, the wife is trying to wake him up, and I'm asking my coworker to get medical equipment. I immediately switch to first responder mode once I see him turn pasty white.
Oh my gosh, this poor guy. And the flight attendant who's thinking on their feet. Good for them.
Yeah, and they're like an hour and 20
And
minutes
keeping it
away
chill.
from landing. Hopefully it's not like a severe emergency where he's going to die if he doesn't get attention.
Hopefully there's a doctor on staff or somewhere in the plane.
None of these passengers know about our engine problem, and only a few noticed this guy's passed out in the aisle. I saw him fall, so I was the caretaker. The runner calls for any medical personnel on board and tells me that she can't call the captain because he's still talking to the lead. All right, we have that going on too.
I wonder if we've ever been on a flight where something like this happened and we just didn't
No
know that one of the
idea.
engines wasn't working.
I'm sure we've come across many
Horrifying.
situations where there's an emergency and we have no idea.
Yeah, scary.
Could be a meteor coming down right now and no one's telling us because they don't want us to freak out.
We're not watching the news.
By the time a paramedic comes, the guy is waking up but says his chest is really tight. He's coughing and looks almost gray. We hook him up to oxygen and get him back to his seat. The paramedic says we need to land soon, haha, and get him to the hospital.
Let's hope we can land at all.
As we get him back to his seat, I notice the lead flight attendant has a yellow life vest on and is coming towards me. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. She tells me that the captain was able to turn the engine back on and that we would be landing in about an hour. We send up the message about the sick passenger. I know most passengers had no idea about any of this. I was standing there in the back galley, sweating from helping this guy back to his seat, stressing about the poor new hire who we locked in the bathroom, and just trying to get myself together. Passenger slowly walks up to me, stretching, yawning, pulls his earbud out, and asks, "How much longer? Are you guys going to come around soon with the drink cart? Can I have a Sprite?" All I can do is laugh at myself for getting so worked up. We landed with no incident.
I mean, I don't know if you got worked up enough.
No. All you need is one more thing to go wrong mechanically with the plane, and it
you're
could have went
done.
down.
Yeah. Wow. I don't have any words. That's pretty dramatic.
When we were trying to find stories for this, I was reading similar situations like this. I think it was what is the funniest, or not the worst situation that happened, or whatever. So this flight attendant was giving someone CPR because this guy passed out, and another guy comes up behind her and like kind of goes like this on his shoulder, and he's like, "Can I get a Coke?"
Are you for real?
No, yeah.
Wow, you can't make that up.
Okay, so there's an edit about the life vest because we never had an answer. Why was she wearing it?
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, are they doing a crash landing?
So she was wearing the life vest because she was checking the demo bags, and these kids saw her and were curious how the vest worked.
Okay.
That was just demonstrating.
Context.
Yeah.
That matters.
Don't they demonstrate that in the beginning of the
They're
flight?
supposed to. Okay. So this one also comes from the same subreddit. So
Wait,
this is-
would you ever become a flight attendant? Do you
I mean,
think
I used to think that would be so cool because you'd be able to travel wherever, but they don't get paid. So no.
neither do
Maybe a private flight attendant, but then you're probably getting like perved on all the time.
yeah. Pilots don't make a lot of money either.
I mean,
come to
when
realize.
I was going through all of these Reddit forums, a lot of people were saying that they can make six figures, but I guess it depends on who you work for.
And the airline. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I remember before they like barely made enough to get by, so maybe that changed because
Hopefully.
they're have
With
all
the
these
amount of money we
people-
pay for a ticket, are you kidding
well,
me?
and all the lives they have in their hands.
Yeah.
Like,
And you have to also be able to be a paramedic as well as a customer service agent as well as a food server. Like you're doing everything.
as well as be on guard in case some crazy people
crazy
want to take
person.
over the plane.
Yeah.
Like that's a scary job.
And you have to know all the protocol.
And the things that flight attendants have to go through, like I've seen rowdy customers, but imagine being on a plane where someone punches another, is acting crazy, and they're trained.
to
but I
subdue.
mean, they have to do a lot more than just serve drinks.
Yeah, they deserve to get paid more. That's for damn sure.
Like it takes a lot, and I'm sure it takes a lot of energy flying all these places. Sometimes you gotta have like an hour layover and then get back to the job or something.
Yeah.
Like
With
that's
like
crazy.
less sleep. Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. I'm just mumbling now.
I was like humming to myself.
Yeah, we love mumble
Womp,
mumble
womp,
sauce.
womp, womp. Don't send me.
I can do whatever I
What
have
are you,
to do.
snake?
I'm a sneaky snake.
Snake pass?
So this one also comes from the same Ask Reddit and the same queue, I guess. The same flight attendant. What are some of your flight attendants? What are some of your craziest stories? I said it weird again. Flight attendants, what are some of your craziest stories? This is also from that. So this is from 3 years ago. I dated a flight attendant for many years, and here's the craziest story I've heard from her or her friends.
Whoa, buckle up.
Hey, please. And put your trays up. We already did that. The pilot showed up drunk to work for a long red eye. Only a newer gate agent noticed, and she called whoever you call in that situation, but didn't alert any of the rest of the flight crew because she was very new. One of the flight attendants was a little late and overheard some of that call while she was boarding, but didn't get the whole story. She just heard a few snippets. Sorry, I'm saying that again. One of the flight attendants was a little late and overheard some of that call as she was boarding, but she didn't get the whole story. She just heard a few snippets. During the flight attendant that heard the call was telling the rest of the flight attendants what she had heard, and they were sort of speculating on whether the guy was drunk or not because he was known to be a heavy drinker off hours. Somehow, the pilot overheard that conversation while he was in the restroom or something. Is he allowed to take a potty break while he's flying the plane?
I guess if it's an autopilot, you can, right?
And you also have an assistant pilot usually, I guess.
Yeah, co-pilot, right?
Okay. Somehow, the pilot overheard that conversation while he was in the restroom or something. So he realized people on the ground and some of his crew suspected him, but he was already in the air. When the plane landed, the gate agents had finally got a hold of whoever you get a hold of in that situation, and there were supposed to be people from the company waiting at the arrival gate to breathalyze him. But again, since it was late at night and they didn't get there right when the plane did, and he'd flown like hell to beat the arrival time, they figured that they had a little extra time while the plane deboarded, and they wouldn't have to confront him in front of the passengers and alert all the passengers that their pilot might be drunk. That's probably important. The second he reaches the gate and the door opens, he just bolts from the airplane. He left his bags, he left all of his stuff in the cockpit, and he just sprints through the airport to the nearest exit. The airport is small enough and laid out in a way that he was able to make it out into the night free and clear on foot before anyone even realized what he was doing. He wasn't scheduled to fly for like 2 more days, and despite trying to get a hold of him, they aren't able to. He shows up 2 days later for his next scheduled flight and acts like nothing had happened. But of course, this time there's a load of people from the company waiting for him. He claimed he had horrible food poisoning and had to rush off the plane to take an emergency. Claimed that he forgot his luggage on the plane because he was so sick. Claimed he didn't stay at the crew hotel because he had a personal friend in the city and he stayed with him.
So he had the story down pat.
He was prepared. He had a whole flight to prepare this.
In a few days.
Yeah. They tried to pressure him every which way to admit it, but in the end, he just got away with it. He got some disciplinary for not doing the post-check flight list or whatever correctly, but they couldn't fire him or take his license. He'd been so fast that he didn't even refuse a breathalyzer, technically. Nobody ever asked him to take one, although they were minutes away from doing so. The company breathalyzed him at every time before he flew for years after that incident, and he went into rehab after that incident and cleaned himself up. And the dude still flies to this day. By all accounts, he's sober now.
Okay, I guess that was his wake-up call.
I mean, at least you're not going to hit another car up there.
You could just do something wrong and kill 200 people.
More.
Yeah,
Yeah.
depending on how big the plane was.
That's very scary. And you don't know. I feel like in a lot of movies we've seen, and obviously they're movies, so they're not real. Pilots do seem to drink pretty heavily.
I don't know if that's normal. I'm sure.
You're in a different city every night. Your schedule's different.
Well, that's what I
I feel like that might lead to more like of a partier lifestyle, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I couldn't say, but knowing that you have that many people's lives in your hands, I'd be weary to drink
But depending
close
on
enough to
how
my,
when you're
slot.
supposed to leave.
I guess
Sorry.
I guess it comes down to how much time do they have in between flights? Like, can they unwind? Have enough time to unwind, drink a little, and then
Be
sleep it off
sober?
and get back to the flight sober? Or
I mean, I think some people get so comfortable in their job that they think that I could do this job drunk. Me
I guess you
neither.
don't know. There's functioning drunks. I've
Absolutely.
seen it before. I couldn't do that, knowing that. Like, even
I don't
driving
think I
a
could live with
car,
myself doing that.
like even having more than 2 beers and driving a car, I couldn't do.
I mean,
Like,
the decisions you make that affect you, you can do whatever the hell you want. But once they affect other people's lives, like you really need to reckon with yourself
yeah,
and realize that you are not the only person at stake. And maybe you might not be happy with your life or your situation, or you're burying yourself in alcohol for whatever reason. But these people didn't choose that. And they're trusting you to get them there safely.
right. I was trying to think, like, you wouldn't know.
wouldn't
We
know.
could have been on a plane where the pilot was drunk and
Yeah.
flew us there and got us there
Taxi,
safely,
too.
but all it takes is one wrong move or them landing a little too hard and the wheel gets wiped out and you just face plant into the ground.
Yeah, and a lot of people can get hurt that way. I mean, for all we know, we've been in an Uber we've been in Ubers that smelled like weed. So
Yeah.
the odds of them being sober were pretty slim.
Well, now it's legal in New Jersey. I've noticed
Not while you're driving.
in traffic, I could smell weed a lot.
Same.
So
In the parking lot where I
it's
work.
a bit scary. Luckily, I've survived. I
This isn't real wood, but we'll knock on it.
think it's real wood. Made
Okay.
by the Amish. They don't use fake
This is
wood.
not Amish
It's
wood.
the
That's my
Amish.
parents' table, not this
It's
table.
my parents' table.
Yeah, but
They
it's
gave it to
not.
us.
It wasn't from the Amish. It was from like Raymore and Flanagan.
Oh, well, I thought the Amish built it.
No, that's my parents' table. They went to the Amish market.
The Amish.
And they fixed their table for them 20 years later, which
Hey,
is kind of wild.
They've backed their work.
And then the house burned down. So
Sorry for another time.
sorry for another time or
Remember
never.
You remember that movie Terminal with Tom
Yeah, I
Hanks?
love that movie.
That was a good movie, right?
Really good movie.
True story. Based on a true story.
Isn't Catherine Zeta in that too?
I think so.
Yeah, she's the love interest.
And
I
Stanley
believe.
Tucci.
Tucci.
Yeah, he was the head of the
The
airport.
warden of the airport.
Yeah. Would that be fun being stuck in an
Oh
airport?
no, that poor guy. The only way he made money was by returning the carts.
And remember, the first meal he ate was like the free
Ketchup
crackers
and
ketchup
crackers,
and
yeah.
mustard.
Yeah, poor
He
guy.
survived.
I love Tom Hanks. I know it wasn't actually him going through it, but I felt for him.
He got stuck on an island too. This poor guy's been
Poor
through it
guy's
all.
been through so much. And he was the first to get COVID.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
That everyone knew it was real when Tom
When
Hanks
Tom
got
Hanks
it.
and
We're
Rita
like,
Wilson.
this stuff is real. We got better
Our
get down.
idols are at stake.
Have you ever, when you run, do you run with like your
Do I
straight? No, I'm just saying when you run, do you?
run? I don't. I couldn't tell you. I haven't run in
Uh,
a decade or
like,
two.
do you keep your fists like you're about to punch someone, or do you do it like straight?
I think
like
I'm more of a
paper
punch.
beats rock. Okay.
Power walk?
Wouldn't it be like more
Aerodynamic? Yeah, if I cared about running.
Right. Next story. This is from r/Frontier Airline, so you know it's gonna be good. Here's my Frontier horror story.
One of many, I'm betting.
Which one's the one that went bankrupt? Was it Frontier?
It might
or
be Frontier or Spirit.
one of those.
One of those.
Someone bought Frontier or Spirit. Too.
Alaska. Alaska Airlines bought one of them, I
I
think.
thought
I'm not sure
Alaska
which
bought Virgin.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm confused. You're
well,
right.
anyway, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. We were flying Denver to DFW Monday.
Wonder what DFW is.
Dallas,
Fort Worth.
Monday night. Even gives the date, May 26th.
A couple days before Gary's birthday.
Well, we need to put that out there.
Why not? I didn't say the exact date. We probably already have.
All right. We checked in. Yeah, we did because we said we celebrated my birthday or something, I'm sure.
Yep.
We checked in for our flights at least 22 hours before the departure. I literally checked in during the concert we had traveled for. Our flight was delayed 1.5 hours, and we arrived at the airport more than 2 hours before departure. I could have just said 1.5 hours, but I decided to sound like a robot.
We've never read before, clearly.
Our first issue was we could not print our bag tag for checking our bag. We had to wait about 20 to 30 minutes to speak to an agent, but got everything resolved and proceeded through TSA. See, TSA is getting a little bit easier to get through.
I have no idea.
You don't have to take your shoes off anymore.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, some of the stories I read, I don't think that should be the case. Some of these people accidentally travel with weapons and they don't get caught somehow.
And then sometimes they do get caught, and you get to see it on the TSA Instagram.
Yeah. On the Instagram. I feel like I've seen, I don't know if it was an Instagram or another account where they show like unclaimed bags, weird things they find in
That's
unclaimed
kind of
bags.
cool. Yeah, people try to sneak through with crazy things.
I mean, someone was saying they flew out of Newark all the time with like lots and lots of drugs
I
all
guess
the time in their carry-on.
It's the luck of the draw, I guess. I don't think TSA. I think TSA is more focused on weapons and stuff rather than drugs. They're not the DEA.
I mean, what I read, I'm like, I don't know how they wouldn't have smelled that.
But they're not really focused on that. I wonder what it looks
Don't
like
they have
under the
dogs usually?
X-ray.
No, we've seen dogs.
I don't know if that's TSA with the dogs.
I came across one story where
Maybe
the
it
guy
is.
had a bunch of tea bags because he loved this tea from another country, and they checked that because it looked suspicious.
I
But
don't know.
that
I
could
guess
have been
it's the
20
luck
years
of the
ago, for all
draw,
I know.
right?
Yeah,
The dogs are there. Don't they sniff like animals too?
I
Like,
have no
trying to
idea.
smuggle?
I'm always scared that like, I don't know, maybe they'll catch a whiff of something and
Maybe they're bomb
aggressive.
sniffing dogs a lot of times.
I don't have any bombs
They
or
pulled
drugs.
they pulled me aside twice so far.
You got an extra pat down, I think. I think I did once, but not really. Not like
you
the
did too.
disrobing kind.
I got pulled aside. They had to test my my
Your ring right now.
portable. No, it was
Oh.
my PlayStation portable
PSP.
or PS Vita case, and they had to test it with like a bomb strip to make sure the rubber on it
That
was
you weren't
bomb.
hiding anything weird.
Yeah. They took my hot sauce, but I'm not.
Mhm.
That's neither here nor there.
That was from Puerto. No, was that Puerto Rico? No, that was Belize.
Yeah,
Hot sauce from Belize.
See, we named 3 places we've been to. It sounds like we're all over the
The only
world.
3 countries. Oh no, Puerto Rico is not a different country.
Although
We've only
most
been to 2
Americans,
countries.
most Americans do think it's another country.
We're better than them.
All right. We were at the gate before they started boarding. Everything was fine until we started boarding the plane. As we were scanning our boarding passes, the gate agent stops my partner and says, "I'm sorry, you don't have a seat on this plane." I show him that my partner has been assigned to seat 21B. Yes, we went for a random assignment. Huge mistake. The gate agent directs us off to the side so everyone else can board the plane. That's fun.
Have you ever done random assignment?
No.
I would never. I need to sit with the person I'm traveling with.
No, yeah,
I guess if you're traveling solo, different, but
they're with their partner, didn't it say?
yeah, I know.
Okay. Here's the spicy part. We are then told that Frontier sold my partner's seat to someone else who paid more.
What?
I mean, I'm not surprised because this is Frontier, but eesh. Eesh kabish. He had been involuntarily bumped. I went into an absolute rage. I would think any rational person would be pretty upset if this happened.
I would.
The second I express my frustration, I am immediately targeted by all the gate employees. I just picture like them surrounding and just with their like clipboards and pens, like, hitting in their hand like a bat.
Their little pencil
We
batons.
were waiting for this moment. I'm asking how they can do this. It's in their policy. Buyer beware. I didn't know that.
Me neither.
I don't know
But
why
I
I read
also
it like
hate
that.
Frontier, so I will only if I'm like, I don't know, if it was desperate or if it was like a 1-hour flight somewhere.
I guess that's why you need to read the terms of service and whatnot,
Yeah.
which I never do. It's like,
Skim it.
I'm sure I said this before.
Next
It's like-
time we can put it into ChatGPT and have them read it for
Actually,
us.
yeah, it's a good idea.
Tell me if there's anything I need to be aware of.
I think
please.
I've said this before. Like a gaming developer was trying to really push the bounds and be like, "See, nobody reads terms of service." And the terms of service that they made, it was a joke, but basically, if you accept, you signed away your soul. And it literally said that in there, and no one read it. And they're like, "We've
What
had."
was this Diablo 3?
I don't remember what it was.
I was just making a
This
joke.
was like 14 years ago. It was a while ago, and thousands of people signed away their soul.
Who needs them?
So it's in their policy, buyer beware. They tell me the FAA allows them to do this. This is an absolute lie. The FAA has nothing to do with ticketing. Their focus is security. At this point, I'm having an extremely hard time calming down because of the situation, which, I mean, I would probably not be calm either.
No.
I'm a pretty calm person, but
That's deeply upsetting.
could you imagine us going up to the gate and be like, well, you could
You can
sit,
go.
but we gave your seat away because
So you're
someone paid
staying here.
more.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably flip out, but it's hard because you can get put on a no-fly list real quick.
Yeah, it's true. They have a lot of power in that type.
And a lot of them enjoy it. Not all of them. Some of them are great. I get to see a lot of Newark airport employees at my job, and they're very pleasant.
They go through a lot as well.
Indeed.
Thousands of people per day. You got
Yeah, this is the one story that's coming from the customer's perspective,
Yeah.
not from the agent's perspective. So
okay. Hard time calming down. I mistakenly packed my rescue medications in my checked bag and cannot regulate my emotions without them, especially in a high stress situation. I had very little control over my reactions and had no ability.
Little titty twister.
I said at work the other day, someone said it was cold, and I was like, yeah, it's a bit nippy in here. And she was like,
You should probably be careful about
what?
that.
I don't get, that's a saying.
Yeah.
What does that
I don't know.
mean?
I just feel like
Nippy?
these days you got to be careful about saying
Yeah, I
anything that
guess I
sounds like
shouldn't
nipple
say anything
at
about-
work.
Sometimes I say, sometimes I say
Sometimes
things.
he says anything.
I say things without thinking.
Yeah, I mean, we come from a simpler time where you didn't have to like be PC all the time and you didn't have to edit yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, a lot of the stuff should definitely not be said, but some of it's a little nitpicky for my taste.
Yeah, and we're not coming from this like, oh, the 50s were a great time when you could sexually harass
Absolutely
people.
not.
Or just saying like, let people live a little bit.
Yeah. Don't always assume the worst of people.
Yeah, I don't want to feel like I'm going into a prison where like I'm held onto these.
Or when you're scared to say anything because you don't know what someone's going to read into or think XYZ about.
Well, not a prison. What would be somewhere that you can't say things? Somewhere authoritarian government somewhere.
I feel like jail is probably a pretty good
But you could say whatever you
School?
want in
School?
jail. Yeah, school.
school. You can't curse.
So
Like you're back in grade
I
school.
want to feel like I'm going back to school where, I have to hold back. I mean, you should hold back some of the things you say, but
yeah, you got to use a little bit of a filter.
yes, but let me have a little bit of fun or just be myself a little bit so I don't feel like I'm just a
Corporate
robot.
blob.
Anyways, I mean, they didn't seem to care, but I noticed that her eyes kind of went wide a little bit. I was like, oh, shoot.
Yikes.
I didn't say cold as a witch's tit.
No,
Next
definitely
time.
don't say that.
Next time I'll say that.
Gary's about to get canceled, everybody.
I have very little control over what I say, Gina.
You better take your happy pills.
Okay.
Your rescue medicine.
I had very little control over my reactions and had no ability to stop it. Frontier told us about this delay around 4 p.m. Our flight wasn't departing until 9:30 p.m. Why would Frontier wait until we were boarding the plane to give us this information? We had no time to process what was happening and had no time to make alternative plans.
I mean, I could see myself getting a little reactive in that situation too.
Yeah, Sky Marshal would be on us. I guess they're up in the air. This would be just the regular Marshal.
Just the security.
Marshal Mathers. All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
And copyright. I'm just kidding.
I cut myself off. Don't worry.
One of the gate agents started speaking to me as if I were a toddler. I was obviously upset, telling them that they can't do this to a ticketed passenger. Telling them that we had these flights booked for months. Was my voice raised? Yep. Did I say anything threatening or inappropriate? Absolutely not. I mean, that's subjective nowadays, isn't it?
I mean, sometimes just being loud can be a sign of aggression
Yeah.
to people. So
The gay agents did nothing to try to de-escalate the situation. Quite to the contrary, they exacerbated the situation by their unprofessionalism, rudeness, and overall apathetic attitude towards what had been done to us. At the last possible moment, we are told that there are seats open.
So what was the
Why didn't you say that
problem?
to begin with?
right?
We started to get on the jetway when I stupidly decided to give one of the most egregious employees some instant feedback on his performance that night. I said to him, "You're a fucking little punk who gets off on making people respect your authority."
Which could be true.
Another employee hears this and screams, "She's threatening him! Get her!"
Oh boy.
And I'm immediately bounced from the flight. I told the gate agents that I was not threatening anyone. I was giving this person some life lessons to reflect on when they're dealing with people. They then threatened to call the police. Why? And refused to book another flight for me at the desk. I had to wait in line for 2+ hours to speak to a customer service representative. When I explained what happened and described the employee, she said, "Oh, Andrew, yeah, we know about him."
Oh God.
So at this point, I've been kicked off a flight by a problem employee. The customer service people were actually good at their jobs
Are you okay over there? He wants to scream right now.
the customer service people were actually good at their jobs and did. Oh my gosh.
Okay. End scene.
The customer service people were actually good at their jobs and did get me on the next flight out the following morning. So I got to sleep in the Denver airport. Fun.
Did I ever tell you that I got to sleep in an airport once?
No.
So my
Maybe.
senior trip to Disney, our flight went off, and I guess half of my class's flight did not. Our flight could not land. So we had to circle back. Instead of landing in Philly, we had to land in, where was it? Virginia. We had to land in Virginia. And instead of putting us up in a hotel room, they just let us sleep on the fucking floor.
They were probably like, they're kids. They could
Yeah,
do
well, I mean, the kids that got stuck in Orlando got put in a Disney hotel. We got a food voucher for $8 and to sleep on the fucking floor. And then we got this is probably a airline that's similar to Frontier or Spirit, AirTram. Then we got an AirTram voucher that was good for 1 year. I think that was maybe a little.
Did you ever use that
No.
AirTram
Did I want to go on that plane again? Absolutely not. I was also 18 years old. Where the was I flying alone?
Yeah, that's odd. My class trip was to Dorney Park.
Yeah. And Disney, it was a fun trip, but yeah, that was not fun. That was like the most miserable airport experience I've ever had.
Yeah, I never got to fly anywhere for school.
I mean, they didn't pay for it. My parents did.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
You went to a rich school. They probably had an option. You just probably
There
didn't
was
go.
no option to fly anywhere. It was Dorney Park, I mean, I didn't even get to go to Dorney Park because
I'm surprised because like these days, my nephew, it wasn't a class organized trip, but my nephew and his friends all went to Aruba. So.
Yeah, that's a little much.
Hey, instead of a graduation party, I feel like that's a much better way to spend your time.
Yeah, I wish I did that.
Yeah. Did you even have a graduation party?
Yeah, it was at a
You
restaurant.
didn't invite me.
I didn't know you.
I know.
But yeah, I couldn't even go to the Dorney Park trip because I had mono for like 2 months.
That's sad. Poor guy.
Yeah, my spleen was too enlarged, so I couldn't go on roller coasters or anything. I couldn't even do gym.
Lame. That's the best subject.
I was out of
That and
school for like
recess.
2 months, like
Because
literally.
there's no recess in high school.
No.
That's lunchtime.
Yeah. Yeah, I got mono bad.
My best friend in high school had mono like 4 times.
I only
She
had
was
it
out for
once.
most of our senior year. I used to go over her house
How'd
every
she
day.
graduate? She did.
She
At,
did. I
at
brought
home?
her all her stuff home.
Oh, okay.
Me and other people, but yeah.
Interesting.
When it wasn't contagious, I went there all the time.
But okay, on to the story.
Yeah.
But those gate agents, they didn't follow any laws that were applicable to this situation. They didn't offer my partner the required documentation when being involuntarily bumped. Didn't offer any compensation. Employees lying about their authority and abusing power. I'm sure they're not going to, as my partner took the flight home, and since I was accused of threatening an employee, I'm sure nothing will be done for me. Easily the worst travel experience of my life, and I'll never fly Frontier again.
Who might be defunct now, so maybe you're in luck. I mean, 3 months ago, maybe not. You're probably still
Yeah,
operating.
this was recent.
Yeah, really recent.
Let me just look up. It must have been what's the other Spirit?
Spirit. I feel like Spirit's also.
Yeah, Spirit went bankrupt.
Who bought them?
Doesn't look like.
And Dave Davis is their president. It's a pretty easy name to remember.
It doesn't say anyone bought them. I don't know if anyone wants them.
Okay. So this one comes from r/flying. What's your most annoying passenger story?
I
This
don't know.
person says, I have hundreds, but the funniest is as follows. I was flying a private charter 12 for a 91K/135 company. For those of you that are unfamiliar, a 91K operation is one which the company has a fleet of aircraft and a larger owner group, kind of like a co-op. So ours had 450 owners and 45 aircraft. Every owner shares a share of an aircraft from as little as 1/16 to as large as one whole airplane. In their ownership of a share, they are entitled to use the entire fleet and network. This is what's known as a fractional. Think NetJets, FlexJet, Wheels Up, PlaneSense, etc. Not familiar.
Yeah, I don't
I've
know
never
what
been on
that
a
is.
private plane.
Excuse
A lot of
me,
you probably
whoa.
haven't either, but maybe you're lucky or rich. The other part of this business model was strictly 135 or charter. We did about 10% of our flights as a charter. Without fail, it was the charter customers that were the largest pains in the ass, neediest and rudest, 10 out of 10 times. Okay. Anyways, on this particular day, the captain and I were scheduled to pick up this couple and their 2 kids out of HPN, which was White Plains, New York, for a charter flight to Hilton Head, South Carolina. HPN always delivered it on some of the worst customers simply because when you combine the average New Yorker and a ton of money, such as what exists in Westchester County, you tend to get a pretty awful set of people, and today was no different. As this family walked out from the FBO to the plane, I knew we were in for a long ride. Mom and Dad were in their mid to late 30s, already in a heated argument as they walked up to the airplane, with their 2 younger boys in a trail around 7 or so, were both engrossed in their iPads with headphones in. They entered the plane without so much as a hello. Okay, fine, no big deal. That's how some people operate. I'm not going to get hung up on being impolite. It's status quo in corporate industry. Ain't that the truth? Anyways, fast forward and we're up in cruise. I get a tap on my shoulder from the woman. I pull my headphone aside and ask, how can I help you? She asks if we have any alcohol. I say, there should be some in the catering drawer. She says, no, there's none left. Do you have any more? So now I have to unclip from my seat and head back into the aircraft stocking bin in the aft cargo storage area. On my way by, I check the catering drawer, which is bone dry. We're only an hour into this 2+ hour jaunt. Mind you, this catering drawer is stocked every flight with 3 Tito's, 4 Jack Daniels, 3 Casamigos, and 4 nips of rum. They, or she, went through all of it.
So it's just the two, her and her husband, because the kids
Yeah.
aren't drinking, hopefully.
I say most likely she, because she looked like any other wet drunk you'd see stumbling around, hair in a mess with smeared makeup caked on the outside of a seedy bar in downtown Manhattan or any given night in New York. Your typical rich soccer mom.
This person has a real,
They have a real feeling.
for New Yorkers.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes same.
People in general.
Yeah, I mean, New Yorkers in general.
Yeah, they're a different breed, that's for sure.
I'm from New York, to be fair, but I'm not like that.
Yeah, none of them are like that. That's what they all say.
It was typical for some reason that the charter customers would always raid the entire catering basket and drawers, even taking some stuff with them on the way out, packed into their purses, etc. We're talking even $3 small bags of Lay's chips, just the craziest I've ever seen. And these people have absolutely no control or dignity.
I guess if it's free, take it
I
all.
mean, yeah, right?
Parade the
I probably
pantry.
wouldn't have the balls to, but maybe I should. I probably shouldn't say this. Somebody I know that I've worked with in the past told me that when they do weddings, they always go down to the buffet after and get free breakfast.
I mean, that seems
I was like,
pretty...
it's kind of fucking smart.
So do they have doggy bags or anything they bring?
No,
with them?
she just goes and sits
she
down and
just
enjoys
eats?
a breakfast.
I just picture like having her
Ziploc,
purse open
getting
and
some scrambled eggs in there.
It's like lined with a bag, and she just
Toot, toot, toot.
scoots it off the
A little
table
bacon,
into her
a little
bag.
pancake. Funny. So anyways, I give her more booze and walk back to the cockpit. The rest of the flight goes as per usual. We land in Hilton Head and I open the air stair and say, welcome to Hilton Head. The husband is first out and remarks, weird, this doesn't look familiar. I don't think my car is here. The wife then comes barging out and all of her class screams, what do you mean the car isn't here? This is Savannah, right? Why isn't your car here? She then turns to me and says, why did you bring us to the wrong airport? I said, ma'am, this is the airport that you and your husband requested. And as I showed her proof of the flight form that they filled out and the scheduling that she had sent to us, the husband turns to me and says, I think I booked the wrong airport. I meant to fly to Savannah, Georgia. Now, for those of you that don't know, KSAV is also known as Savannah Hilton Head International. This asshat had literally told the company to fly him to the entirely wrong airport.
Oh, man.
Now, at this point in time, the entire family moves this argument onto the ramp and out of the airplane while they were frantically trying to figure out what their next step was with the FBO. I took a peek into the back of the airplane. It was a mess. Cheeto dust smeared on the walls, drinks spilt, trash all over the place, pen stains on the seats, open food everywhere. I picked up a brown paper bag that she had been throwing open containers into, and it literally fell right through the bottom and all over the carpet of the airplane.
Man.
I mean, it was out of a horror movie.
Have some self-respect.
They don't. I gestured to my captain so he could gaze upon the mess, and he shook his head but smirked as he motioned for me to come over. I crouch walked up to him as he pulled out the trip sheet and pointed to our next flight, a repositioning flight, no packs, empty leg, from Hilton Head, South Carolina to, you guessed it, KSAV.
Oh, man.
I about bursted out laughing. He said, do not tell them. Do not say anything. I don't want those back in the airplane. I, of course, obliged his request. You see, the passengers only bought and paid for one flight. The next flight to Savannah was completely unrelated. Had the passengers known, they might have requested with the company that we take them there. We weren't about to let that fly. Now, to make matters worse, this was mid-COVID when a rental car or Uber was extremely hard to come by. They had to have one of the guys at the FBO drive them an hour and a half via the smelly airport car to an SIV. All the while, the captain and I took a 20-minute hop over in pure bliss, knowing we'd get there about an hour and 15 minutes before them. In any case, this is just one story over my 18 months working that job. I've got enough stories to write a book. Or
Yeah.
the book writes itself.
Sure, you see more when you're doing private charters like that.
Absolutely.
Like, you
The
get a lot-
entitlement.
That I can't believe they left it in such a mess. Like,
I can.
yeah, but
These people just expect people to pick up after
I
them.
feel like the company should be on the hook for stuff like that. That's like
Well, if you
trashing a
damage
hotel
it,
room.
you should have to pay a fee,
Yeah.
like you do in a hotel, your liability deposit or whatever.
And like, you don't think word's gonna get around that you're trashy? Like,
I mean, if all of them are trashy,
well,
it
I
might
guess
not matter.
no one will know except for the pilots and stuff, right? No one will know except for the pilots and stuff, and they're not going to tell because it's part of their
Well,
job
yeah,
to
it's
be
probably they probably have some kind of
confidentiality.
non-disclosure thing with rich people.
But I mean, I'm sure they're not just like that on planes. I'm sure they're like that everywhere.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
she sounds like she's miserable.
She's probably not watching her kids because she's getting too litty.
Yeah, you have 2 kids and you're getting trashed. Like,
Yeah.
get out of here.
I mean, she's not used to taking care of them. The nanny does that.
Well, I hope they never found a car or anything to get them out of there.
They said someone had to drive them in a stinky airport vehicle.
Yeah.
Sure, they loved that.
Yeah,
It was probably a Toyota.
probably
We don't
trashed
go
the
in
vehicle, too.
Toyotas.
Well, she probably, filled her bag with all the alcohol so she could drink it on the way.
Yeah, she needed more.
And Cheetos, Doritos.
Anyways, so what's distracting you this week?
So I've been actually, you know this because I put this on while we sleep sometimes. I've been watching a lot of like Japanese Tokyo. It's like walking videos.
Walking at night in Tokyo.
Yeah, not always at night.
Sometimes
Rain
it's raining
or whatnot.
It was nighttime.
So yeah, I've been watching that. It's kind of calming for me. I like the people watching those videos just
He
to see
doesn't
what
like
the
actual
people are
people.
like.
No, just kidding.
No, well, maybe I like people there, and I've been looking at certain things in Japan, like animals and stuff, and I saw this one that looks like a raccoon dog.
It was really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called a Tanuki. It's called the Japanese raccoon dog in English.
It looks kind of like a sun bear to me.
Yeah, and they're apparently
And a raccoon.
all over outside of Tokyo.
So cute.
They act like raccoons,
Like
and
fluffy little gizmo.
yeah, it does. It reminded me of Gizmo, Gina's old dog. Apparently, they're like mythical in their culture, and they're able to disappear. They think, and they have huge.
Like they're fairies.
And if you look at the statues throughout the city and whatnot, the statues have huge balls for some reason. They don't actually. The animals don't, but it's a mystical.
It's a sign of
thing.
power.
I don't know what it's a sign of, but
Magic.
yeah.
That's where the magic is held.
It's like Buddha but balls.
Well, that's interesting.
So yeah, I've been doing that and video games per usual.
What was I gonna say? Oh, you were telling me too. Like, isn't it people in Japan that have like insects as pets and they like are very
yeah.
respectful of them?
Yeah, it's a news article I read that it's in their culture to care for insects and whatnot because it teaches kids about nature, and Japanese are real in touch with nature aside from sea life apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting because Western culture we kind of despise insects. Not all of us, obviously. I don't, but
We don't, yeah.
generally there's like a fear or there's just a
Misunderstanding.
disgust.
Like they don't
insects.
understand how crucial they are to the ecosystem.
Yeah, and their culture they kind of do, and they learned how they're beneficial to us all, and there's a lot of cool things to learn from insects. And I think China has lucky crickets.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Yeah,
I feel like that was in Mulan. There was a lucky cricket.
yeah. I would like to have like a little satchel, have a little cricket in there. Be like, let me pet my lucky cricket. I
I
need
don't
my
think he
luck.
likes being pet.
You
We
don't
were
know.
sitting outside for a little while last night, and there was a cricket going off in the bushes. He didn't
Yeah,
want us there.
there's
I
no
don't
one
think.
else around. He was
Yeah.
kind of singing into the abyss.
It's nice. I
Sad.
mean, I miss having a backyard that was private. It was nice sitting out there and like hearing the night sounds, especially in summer. It's like very peaceful and relaxing.
Yeah. The sad part is summer went by so quick. It's already August.
You haven't even been outside yet.
I know. And it's
Hi,
funny.
kid.
I'm very white, but my left
This is a filter, guys. He's a little whiter
Yeah.
than that.
my left arm is getting tan because I hang my arm out the window when driving home from work. I was like, if there was a way to get my other arm out the window, I get like a full tan.
I mean, when
going.
you're a passenger princess, you get to do that all the time. When I drive.
Yeah, I make Gina. I don't make you drive a lot.
I like driving, so it doesn't bother me. And I'm usually in the spot that's reserved. So
Yeah,
I prefer driving my car over driving your car, even though your car has some good like lane assist and stuff. It's not as comfortable to sit in.
you have some accoutrements that I don't have
Yeah.
as well.
My little car. My cute little
Next
car.
car, I'm getting heated mirrors for the winter. I never
would be
knew how
nice.
beneficial it could be.
You haven't even known because you only had to go into the office last winter. Now you're really gonna feel it.
Yeah,
You're gonna start
I-
getting up
I
earlier.
didn't even think about that. Thanks
Sorry.
for reminding me.
Told you you got a new job.
Okay, what's your distraction of the week?
I mean, we went to see Freakier Friday
Yes, we
yesterday.
did.
I really liked it.
Me too.
I would have rated it higher than it got rated. It was very nostalgic, and there were really cute nods back to like Lindsay Lohan's other work when she was a kid. Like, I don't know. Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen it, you can fast forward past this part. But the mom from The Parent Trap was in it.
Mhm.
The Meredith, the new mom, the one that she hated.
Yeah.
She was in it, which was kind of fun. And then like one of the fits that they put on her was a nod to Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen.
Mm.
So
Yeah, you told me that. I
Yeah.
didn't notice that.
yeah. So then they played like the song from the original. It was very cute. I enjoyed it a lot. You did too, I think.
I really liked it, honestly.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting to like it as much. And it
I
was
could-
almost 2 hours long.
Yeah,
so
it was. It went by quick because it was so good.
we don't normally go to movies this often. I just told him I needed to see this because I was very much looking forward to it when I heard they were making
Yeah.
it.
I mean, it wasn't like Oscar worthy, but it
No,
was.
but it was like a good feel good
Yeah,
movie, and I would
exactly.
definitely watch it again.
Yeah, it felt good watching it. I could see that if you didn't see the first one, it might not be as good as we imagined
Yeah.
or as we thought, but I thought it was really entertaining.
Yeah. The people out that were walking out in front of us were saying, oh, I think the first one was better. Like, obviously, the first one's always better.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Kill Bill too. I thought the second one was better, but that was just me. Lord of the Rings, I think I thought the second one was better too. But
Yeah.
different.
What about Back to the Future? Was the second one better?
I think you think the second one's better. I like the first
I
one.
don't know if I think the second
Third one
better.
doesn't make the cut. It's
I
not
still
bad,
like
but
the
it's not
third
great.
one. It's not as good as the other two, but I still like it a lot.
Yeah. Anything else distracting you?
Oh,
Or
we
is that
had,
it?
we
All
also
have?
had another baby in the theater this time around.
Oh yeah. It was a little older this time, and
Yeah.
it wasn't crying.
But it laughed at a funny part. I forget what it was.
Yeah,
when,
it was really cute.
when they switched bodies to Jamie Lee Curtis, and she said something like, "Why are my lips so dry?" or something, and then the baby
I
just
have no lips.
yeah, and then the baby just starts cracking up, and everyone's laughing because of the baby.
I was like, that was
funny.
pretty good comedic
Yeah.
timing, mom
Yeah,
and
it was.
dad.
It was.
Yeah, it was less annoying than the last one when it was crying.
Well, it seemed like the parents were better than those parents.
Yeah, I mean, they read the room a little more.
No, those parents were dead, remember?
We found that out
In the
after
last
the fact.
theater? Yeah, so it made sense.
Yeah. So we had a great time with you guys this
We
week.
did. It was fun.
Hope you enjoyed your stay with us here at Need Not Apply. We are going to ask if you could follow us on our social media channels. I'm going to have Gary read those off for you.
You could follow us on.
I'm sorry, I forgot. Leave us a review and follow us on our socials.
Yes, please do. And you know what? I'm going to tell you the socials right now.
I'm
How
going to
about
let
that?
him do it.
Instagram and TikTok at Need Not Apply Pod. YouTube, Need Not Apply Podcast. And you could submit your stories to
NeedNotApplyPod@gmail.com.
for a chance to be featured on a future episode.
Need Not Apply. We're still waiting on those emails, guys.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday. At what time, Gary?
5 a.m.?
Might be 5 a.m. If you're up that early, we'll be waiting for you.
We almost didn't do the last one at 5 a.m.
We made it happen, though, for
Yeah.
you guys. So keep listening.
I stayed up late to do that.
Please send us a story. We really appreciate you. We
Please.
enjoy this. We enjoy sharing with you. And we enjoy commiserating with all of you having insane work stories.
Yes, we will. We're all together in this.
We're
all right?
all in this together. You don't know what that's from.
Yeah, dude.
You guys
High
do.
School Musical.
Okay, he knows. Okay.
I've seen that movie like 20 times.
I haven't. I've seen it like 4 times. You were the fangirl, I guess.
Not really. Maybe.
I think, well, from one of my best friend's bachelorette parties, that was what we watched.
Mm.
Or maybe it was the night before her wedding.
I don't remember any of it, but I remember the song.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Remember, the exits are here and straight down. We need someone to sit next to the exit.
And please put your oxygen mask on before you put it on others.
Yes.
Thanks
All
for
right,
tuning
guys.
in.
Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you at the water cooler.
Don't forget to punch out or
Bye.
get your tickets or print your boarding passes.
Oh, sorry. We rebooked your flight because someone paid more.
Yeah. You're going to have a 16-hour layover.
Sorry, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.